Okay, rationalising with surds, rationalising the denominator. Here I've got a fraction, 3 over root 5. But we don't like to have square roots on the bottom, on the denominator of a fraction. So we rationalise the denominator. And that just means that we make the denominator into a rational number, so not a square root. One that does have an exact representation, yeah? And the way we do that is we multiply by 1. But we multiply by 1 in a specific form. Of course, we multiply by 1 because it doesn't change the fraction. The specific form that 1 is going to take in this example here, where I've got 3 over root 5, is the square root of 5 over the square root of 5. So, of course, anything divided by itself is 1. So the square root of 5 divided by the square root of 5 is 1. When you're multiplying fractions, remember it's numerators together and denominators together. So 3 multiplied by root 5 is 3 root 5. That's what it is. Don't attempt to work that out, because you can't. Root 5 multiplied by root 5, remember, putting them back together is the same as the square root of 5 times 5. That gives me 3 root 5 over the square root of 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. But hang on, the square root of 25 is 5. And so that gives me as an answer 3 root 5 over 5. And that is our answer. We have made the denominator a rational number, the rational number 5. And that's the answer. So pause the video, have a go at 10 over root 5, and then come back and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, welcome back. I suspect you won't pause for very long because these are quite simple. 10 over root 5 multiplied by root 5 over root 5 is what you're going to do. That gives me 10 root 5 over the square root of 5 times 5, which gives me 10 root 5 over the square root of 25, which gives me 10 root 5 over 5. Now this is, you may have picked up on this, you may not, it doesn't really matter. 10 over 5, I know that's 2. And so I actually end up with 2 root 5 in that case. And that's just, you know, simplifying fractions, quite straightforward stuff. Neat. Much nicer to look at, much easier to use. Okay, so there are some questions like that on the Hegarty Maths clip that I've set you. There are also questions like this. Now let me just get a little bit straighter here. Okay, so coming across, just so you know, 3 over 2 root 5. The only difference is I've got an integer in front of the surd. Doesn't matter. 3 over 2 root 5 multiplied by root 5 over root 5 will give me 3 root 5 over 2 multiplied by the square root of 5 times 5. So that's easy enough, because that just gives me 3 root 5 over 2 root 25, because 5 times 5 is 25. But I know that root 25 is 5. So I've got 3 root 5 all over 2 times 5. But I also know that 2 times 5 is 10. And so I can write that as 3 root 5 over 10. And again, it's a much easier form to work with than 3 over 2 root 5 is. Okay, pause the video. Have a go at this question over here, 3 over 2 root 6. And when you've done it, press play, and I will be waiting for you to go to the answer. Okay, welcome back. Let's do it. 3 over 2 root 6 multiplied by, now this time it's root 6 over root 6. Root 6 over root 6. is 3 root 6 all over 2 times the square root of 6 times 6. Easy enough. 3 root 6 all over 2 times the square root of 36, that's what 6 times 6 is, which is 3 root 6 over 2 times 6, square root of 36, put my teeth in, the square root of 36 is 6. 2 6s are 12, so that gives me 3 root 6 over 12, and of course I recognise that 3 over 12 is a quarter. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 12 4 times, so it's root 6 over 4. Again, a much easier form than 3 over 2 root 6 is, much more user friendly. Okay, so there is a clip for you to work through. Again, you can watch the video back if you need to, and you can get in touch if you need to. Enjoy!